Hello. Today I am doing another book tag because I'm trash. No, I just like a book tag. So I've been tagged by the lovely Cerys from Library of Cerys and Beth from Books Nest to do the stay-at-home book tag because obviously we are all staying at home. It doesn't really talk about the situation, but it kind of talks about things that you do while you're staying at home. So I thought I would just do this tag because it's quite fun, it's quite nice, it's quite a chill book tag. So settle in, grab a cup of tea and let's get going. So number one is Laying in Bed, and that's a book you could or you have read in a day. I have gone with Roller Girl by Victoria Jameson. I did read this book in a day because it's a graphic novel, so it's very quick to read. Here's the art in case you're... It's very nicely designed. This is a really sweet graphic novel. It's more like a middle grade graphic novel, I would say, about a girl called Astrid, and it's about her falling in love with roller derby and kind of about friendship at the same time and what it means to be like a girl and like a tough girl. It's just really sweet. I really loved this graphic novel. I read it a few years ago and I would love to reread it because I can read it in a day. So that is what I've picked for that one. Would recommend. Okay, number two is Snacking, a guilty pleasure book. For this one, I don't really, that whole thing, you know, the whole thing where it's like, I don't really read things that make me feel guilt. I don't have a guilty pleasure book because I just enjoy the things that I enjoy. But that's also like a roll your eyes kind of answer. But also it's kind of true. But I've picked one anyway, even though it's like, this did not make me feel guilty. I felt very happy whilst reading it. And that is, I actually mentioned this in my other video, but I just finished it the other day, is This Is What Happy Looks Like by Jennifer E. Smith. The thing about this question is that it makes me want to pick a trash romance book, but I'm like, why should I feel guilty about that? It kind of perpetuates that, like, you should feel guilty for reading, like, oh, like trashy romance. But like trashy romance in itself, I need to stop talking. I've picked This Is What Happy Looks Like by Jennifer E. Smith. Next question. Okay, question number three is Netflix, a series you want to start. This one is like, oh my god, so many. Oh my god, I've just spotted another one over there. Percy Jackson. Haven't started that. But also, I don't own any of these books, but like any and all of Victoria Schwab's books. I've not read any of her books, and I really would like to, but I just don't know where to start. But I've picked one that I own, and that is This Mortal Coil by Emily Savada. I know that this is a series, and I bought this not that long ago actually, from a charity shop. Classic. Yeah, it's like a sci-fi fantasy, or is it just sci-fi? I don't know. However, I do know that it's about beating a devastating virus and trying to create a vaccine. I'm not going to be reading it anytime soon, but I do want to read it eventually, but just not right now. Yeah. So number four is Deep Clean, a book that's been on your TBR for ages. I mean, good lord, I could have picked so many, but I have picked just one. It kind of jumped out of me because it's one of those ones I've actually put on TBRs before to be like, it's finally time to read this, and I haven't read it. And I actually called it out in my 2019, I'm actually going to read this book this year, books, and I didn't. And that is The Chrysalids, I'm not actually sure how to say it. The Chrysalids by John Wyndham. This book, actually, my mum really enjoyed, and she recommended to me. And then also Sana from Books and Quills really enjoys John Wyndham, and I remember being like, oh, noted on both accounts. And I have this book, and I've actually tried to read it once. I got to page 19, but I wasn't in the mood for it, so I like picked something else up and was like, I'll come back to it. I mean, it's literally not long, it's like under 200 pages, and I still haven't read it. It's a post-nuclear apocalypse story of genetic mutation in a devastated world. Yeah, I mean, John Wyndham is like a very classic, he also did The Day of the Triffids, didn't he? Very classic example of like kind of apocalyptic but weird fiction, and I really want to read it, and I just haven't yet, and I will maybe. Yeah, okay, next. Number five is I actually feel personally attacked by, and that is Animal Crossing, a book you recently bought because of the hype. Firstly, I have never been more attacked in my life. I never played Animal Crossing when I was younger, and then so many people were hyping it, and so I just bought it. So that is literally attacking me personally, and probably many other people. But I love it. I love it so much. It's so good. Why did I never play it before? It's calming my soul in these weird times. Oh my god, every single time I film a video, it appears to be on a Sunday, and every single time I'm like, I need to buy my turnips. And it's like, seriously, film at a different time. Oh my god, I've literally only got 50 minutes until the turnip lady leaves. Okay. Anyway, a book that I recently bought because of the hype. This wasn't recently per se, but I definitely bought it because of the hype. And that is Queenie by Candice Carty-Williams. I bought this last year because of the hype, because every single person ever was talking about it. As you can tell, I have it in hardback, and that's when you know that I have bought a book because of the hype, because I can't wait until the paperback comes out. Like, I don't buy many hardbacks because I find them very heavy and very hard to read. Even though they do look nice, like I much prefer the usability of paperbacks. But I just couldn't wait for this one. I couldn't wait, and it was amazing. I gave this one 5 stars. I loved it. I loved that it was no adult, and it brought this like contemporary London feel, and I loved following Queenie and her story and with her friends and family and relationships, and it's very open about lots of different things about mental health and sex, but it's also funny, and I would recommend this book. It lives up to the hype. So yeah, if you missed this one last year, I would definitely recommend picking it up because it is very worth your time. So that is what I picked for the hype question. Animal Crossing, yeah, okay. Okay, so number 6 is Productivity, a book you learnt or had an impact on you. For this one, I've picked one that had an impact on me, a kind of like personal impact, and that is Please Read This Leaflet Carefully by Karen Haviland. I was actually kindly gifted this from Dead Ink Books, so thank you, Dead Ink. I actually did a full review of it on my blog a while back, so I will link that below as well if you'd like to check it out. This book came out last year. It's about it's like a story told in reverse, so it's like told from the end to the beginning, and it's about a woman who lives with endometriosis, and it's very much focused on her pain. I've never read a book before that really delves into chronic pain. It was really eye-opening and interesting. I really enjoyed the way that it flipped backwards as well. Also, the main character is just very casually bi, but like it's not mentioned a lot. But I just really appreciated that representation. It talks a lot about relying on people when you're in chronic pain or being self-reliant, and the kind of the effect that chronic pain can have on relationships and friendships and with your family. And it is just a really interesting read. I would definitely recommend it. My partner I feel like I need to ask Ben if I can sit there. I'm gonna go and ask. It's kind of interesting and kind of more close to home because my boyfriend Ben has a chronic pain condition. He has fibromyalgia, and as soon as I got this book, I read it, and then I gave it immediately to him, and I was like, read this book, it's really good. And then we like had a really interesting discussion about it because yeah, it's really interesting and to openly talk about the kind of effect that chronic pain can have on a relationship. And obviously we live together, so it is like kind of touches on really similar themes, and yeah, it was just really interesting to be able to openly have a conversation about that and actually see it in a book. So yeah, I would actually really be interested in reading more books that kind of feature chronic pain heavily. So if you have any recommendations, leave them below. Yeah, but please read this leaflet carefully. Go read it. Okay, number 7 is Facetime, a book you were gifted. For this one, I am picking A Very Large Expanse of Sea by Tahara Mafi. I was gifted this by my friend Lily at Christmas. However, I kind of forgot who I'd asked specific books from, and I actually also accidentally asked my mum for A Very Large Expanse of Sea by Tahara Mafi. My mum's partner actually ended up giving it to me, so this is gifted by my mum's partner Mark. This is gifted by my friend Lily. I'm a fool. However, it does mean I have 2 copies, so I think me and Ben at some point are going to do a nice little co-read of it, and then I'll end up giving one away, obviously, because I do not need 2 copies of the same book. Yeah, fool, but very excited. Number 8 is Selfcare. What is one thing you've done recently to look after yourself? I think Animal Crossing definitely counts for this. That's very much been a way I can shut my brain off, but also I'm so excited about it in a way that making videos about books and book reading and stuff like that has been slightly harder. Animal Crossing has been just so soothing to me, and I've loved that. I also took the time the other day to watch one of my favourite terrible films, which is called First Daughter, and it's about the president's daughter falling in love with her Secret Service agent. It's amazing. So I think those kind of things where I've just like gently been taking care of myself. I think just little things, taking care of yourself, especially at a time like this, is very important. Just do things don't always have to be productive. I think that's my issue. Things don't always have to be productive. You can take the time and just play Animal Crossing for a few hours and it's fine. Just do that. Do what you need to do. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. And then bonus question is to name a book coming out soon. There's quite a few that I want to read that are coming out soon. Clap When You Land by Elizabeth Acevedo, I'm very, very excited for. Yeah, I can't wait for that book. I might have to pre-order it actually, because I still haven't pre-ordered it. Yeah, I really want to read that book. Also, I want to shout out A Beautifully Foolish Endeavour by Hank Green, which should be coming out in July? I think like the end of July, somewhere around then. I hope it's not delayed. Like, I don't know. I really hope it's not. Yeah, I'm really excited for that book. I loved, what the fuck is it called? An Absolutely Remarkable Thing, and I just can't wait for the sequel. I'm just so excited. Again, it's one of those books that I'm going to buy in hardback because I can't wait. Yeah, so that is the tag. Thanks so much to Cerys and Beth for tagging me. This was really fun. Just a really nice little tag, you know? Just a little one. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're staying safe and well and generally having an okay time and taking time for yourself when you need to. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, if you'd like. And don't forget to subscribe if you'd like to see more. And I will see you in a new video. Bye. Oh my god. But they're fine. Bye.